All right, hey guys, just doing a one funnel away challenge update. We are into week number 2, and this week we are all about story. Last week we worked on our offer, kind of what we're putting together for the challenge, and so this week is all about story. So as we have learned so far, there are 3 elements to an offer or a funnel. One is hook, story, offer. Hook, story, offer. Those 3 things. Everything is about the hook, story, offer. So hook, what gets you to stop. Story, what keeps you interested. And the offer is the last thing. It's your call to action. So we've been kind of coming at this backwards, and hasn't been really revealed why yet, but I think that we're kind of discovering that it has to do with the psychology that goes with making an offer. If we were to actually do our hook and our story first, by the time that we get to our offer, we would be emotionally attached to it. This is only my interpretation. So I'm thinking that if we did our hook and our story first, that, you know, it would build up and we'd be drinking our own Kool-Aid basically, and we'd be attached to our offer. So the fact they've had us go about this backwards, that we've dealt with offer first, so we making our offer without the hook or the story or any emotion attached to it, and actually being able to look at it and go, is this a good offer? Is this something that's like, yeah, this makes sense. It's value. It's valuable to somebody. And then we're going into the story and the hook, so we're kind of working backwards. So this week we're working about story, and we've learned all kinds of things. That's the thing about ClickFunnels and this whole system that we're a part of. I know that there's other companies out there that do funnel software and stuff, but this is a whole program where we're learning so much. The psychology of a sale and the sequencing and just the whole marketing. I mean, oh man, I'm surprised they haven't made us sign a disclosure that we're not going to use these powers for evil, because the things that we're learning about how to steer a conversation and marketing are just amazing. I mean, we had I have pages of notes. This is just from this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning is when I actually get up at, I've been getting up at 2, or did I get up at 1 this morning, babe? 1. There's a live training that happens, and it kind of changes from day to day, because 30 days. The powers that be have schedules and appointments they need to do, so things kind of change, but usually it's either like 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning that I'm getting up, and because I want to be a part of this whole thing live as it goes. And just bombs of information. I mean, I have this here. Those are all stacks of paper that are neatly organized that Amy has taken pictures of and scanned for whatever. But I'm a super paper person. I like to write and take notes, and so I have. And we've learned cool things about the Epiphany Bridge and the story, and Heroes 2 Journeys, which is a marketing thing that's actually part of a, what was it? Do you remember? You probably don't remember his name, but it was a screenplay. A Heroes 2 Journeys is basically a script of almost any movie that you've seen. You know, like you've got a character that's introduced in the beginning, and you have to build a rapport with that character, and the character has to be a victim, or they have to be in jeopardy, or they have to be likable, or they have to be funny or powerful, and you have to develop all that because you have to fall in love with this character in the first little bit of the story, and then they go into conflict and they go on a journey and all these things, and then at the end of it, you know, they've either accomplished their journey of achievement or a journey of transformation, and it's pretty basic. I mean, from Cars to Star Wars to just basically sales, and they're kind of putting all that thing into perspective and giving us this big view of these are the elements of what it takes to capture somebody, and how you create yourself and make yourself more likable and relatable, and how you tell your story to engage people, to be able to get them to to buy into whatever you're selling, whether it's a phone or a watch or a glass. I mean, you have to tell a story, and because people buy emotionally, and that's kind of what we're learning and going through this whole thing. And it's fascinating. It's incredible. It's kind of mind blowing. It's one of those things that it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, okay, I've had a couple cups of coffee, and I'm awake, but man, that's really good. And so I record it and I put it into a file so I can listen to it again. And there's books that he references, and I'm downloading the audiobooks and I'm listening to it again because it's amazing. And people probably pay like tons and tons for this stuff to go to school and to realize all this material. So basically, we're in week 2, day number 2 in so far of week 2, and we're learning about a story and the elements behind the structure of putting it together. And so we're going to be working on putting our story together. It's kind of what I'm getting so far is kind of a big picture thing of putting our story together, but it's not so much just our story for the one funnel that we're putting together. Of course, we're learning the elements and how to engage and do that stuff, but also they're kind of teaching us how to put together the bigger story, like our brand. So if like those of you who know Amy and I, our backstory of where we came from, and how we got married young and had our kids, and we're in our mid to late 40s. Well, we're in our late 40s. I'm not going to hold any punches. We're pushing 50. Yeah, she's giggling at me. But we've kind of broke out of the box. We took what pill did we take? Did we take the red pill or the blue pill?
I always remember that one.
I never remember that pill, but we took the pill that like gets you out of the matrix, right? Whatever that is. I think it's the blue pill. I don't know. We took that pill. We took the different pill, and we're doing something that's completely different. We worked hard to be able to do that, and our experiences have led us to a place to where we've been able to do that. See, now I forgot where I was going with that. Were you listening? Do you know where I was going?
No, I was.
She wasn't listening either, so I don't know.
Try not
But
to delete your Google account.
She's trying not to delete my Google account. Ooh, yeah, we have like multiple YouTube accounts that hopefully this is getting uploaded to the right one.
The right one.
Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. If you do, fantastic. But we're learning about I forgot where I was going, but we're learning about stories, and we're going into this thing to develop. Oh, that's right, long term. So we're developing a story, and they're telling us the elements of the story that like can make a sale, but they seem to be teaching it on a big picture thing. Like they want us to publish and do what we're doing now, like publish and tell our story, which, Amy and I, we're out here. We're telling you how we're going. This is something that's specific for the One Funnel Away Challenge. But we're going to develop our story, and I think it's more of creating trust with a certain audience, so that when we decide to, if there's something that we decide that we want to sell to you, like, hey, that we've built a rapport, and we're like, hey, this is something that we've found value in, and you might find value in it too, because, well, you follow us and you listen to our videos, and so here, go check that out. And I think that's kind of what they're doing. Of course, that could just be my entrepreneur brain looking forward and seeing outside of the box when I should just be being quiet and listening. But that's kind of what they're telling us to do, is to kind of broadcast, create your backstory, and they're teaching us the elements of a story and the psychology behind it, which is fantastic. It's something that I've kind of been aware of, but I've never really had anybody break it down step by step for me. So anyway, that's where we're at. Day number 2 into week 2, and we're on our story. We're going to be here all week long. Yeah, there you go. And we'll see you soon.